Or the whole sky has been fake for several hundred years. We were in the Eye of Twilight. Aizen, what happened?
The Coreflame in my hand. It's trembling. It's sending me a warning. Lord Finan, in Amphorius' mythology, isn't the Dawn device said to be a gift from Aquila to Kefali?
Why bring this up now? Let's focus on getting back down there.
Lord Finan?
Yes, nearly every mythologist agrees Aquila gifted the Dawn device to Kefali.
Everyone, calm down. Listen to me. The Coreflame in my hand trembles violently. Its warmth slipping away like sand through my fingers. It burns through immense energy just to leave me with one message. The Dawn device is extinguished.
And actually has been for real since several hundred years. Ooh boy, this is a rough story. Yeah? What do you mean by that?
The Coreflame's message is true. Akuma has lost the Dawn device's protection. Darkness will consume the holy city in an instant, and the aftermath will be devastating.
Finan, I feel something too.
Sensitive, huh?
While Hyacinth was speaking, countless streams of memories rose beneath our feet, spiraling into the sky. There are so many, so heavy. Even through the fortress walls, I can still hear them clearly. Birds, nymphs, people, their memories tangled together, their cries echoing as one.
Could this be because of the Titan's fall? But that doesn't make any sense.
There's no time to dwell on the cause. Without the light of the Dawn device, the holy city will be consumed by darkness, and countless lives will be cast adrift. Everyone, you must return and fulfill the mission of the Chrysos heirs. As for me, Denny, you're still carrying Fagusta's spirit water, aren't you?
What? It's just a precaution, it's not a time.
No. The time has come. Open the path to the vortex for me. There's still one thing I can do for the people down there. Return the Coreflame of Aquila and inherit their divine authority. I'll remain in the sky and cast my protection over the people.
You're staying?
Yes. I'm afraid this is goodbye, Gray. Danny, I'm counting on you.
I understand. I direct your steps of the frenzy dance. The roar of celebration hides the world's heartbeat. Spirit water will lead the way. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the skyfall will mean dusk and dawn. Adria's prophecy, it seems, it didn't fail after all.
It still feels unreal. Even after seeing it a second time, you'd move in perfect harmony with the rivers and seas of this world.
If you can't stay, Tamamo and I, we have people waiting for us, calling us
The
back.
Astral Express, isn't it? March 7th? The one you always mention. I'd like to meet her someday.
I think we'll make sure of that. I'm sure the two of you would get along
I can
wonderfully.
almost see the three of you traveling together, laughing and sharing moments.
You, Aizen? Do you have a few seconds?
Of course I do. A sharp, aching sadness. I feel every bit of it.
I hide it. No one here would mock you for showing your true vulnerability.
As a healer from the Twilight Courtyard, Don Hung, it's my duty to stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. A sorrowful expression would only add to their burden. The world I love is the one suffering now. How could I face it with a frown?
Farewell, Aizen Fia.
Bye, everyone. Please, become the heroes this world needs. And as for the final blank page of this epic, the lives and stories of ordinary mortals. I'll guard them until the very end.
A few days ago in Okama's Twilight Courtyard.
Miss Hyacinth, are you really leaving?
Yes, Lord Finan has already set the date for our departure. As a descendant of the Sky Hero, I must prepare myself and carry this responsibility.
What about this new Twilight Courtyard?
Believe in yourself, Clementine. You're an exceptional healer, more than capable of handling things on your own. The patients trust you, and you've earned that trust. That's what matters, isn't it?
Miss Clementine's medical skills are amazing! We believe you'll make the Twilight Courtyard proud.
Thank you, Lady Treby. I'll do my best. I just don't have the same confidence and certainty as Miss Hyacinth. No matter how severe the illness or injury, she always faces it with a smile.
Honestly, I'm not confident about everything, Clementine. I've just learned how to hide my unease well. It's a skill I consider essential.
It's hard to imagine anything making Miss Hyacinth feel uncertain.
Well, shall I give you an example? Since Lady Treby happens to be here too.
Wait, you're part of this?
Look at the Flame Chase journey. Since Lady Aglaya took over the leadership of Akama, every Chrysos heir entrusted with the Coreflame, aside from Professor Anaxa, was personally chosen by her. I was the outlier. The hero Celiosi entrusted her bloodline with the legacy of the sky. Lady Aglaya's thoughts on my potential remained a mystery, even up till the day she left. So I've always carried a lingering doubt about my ability to fulfill this role.
Lady Treby, why are you laughing?
The answer Cindy wants is simple. Just try looking at it from another perspective. Imagine this. Knowing Aggie's personality, if she believed you weren't worthy, don't you think she would have considered other plans?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I feel much better.
I may not have Lady Aglaya's keen judgment, but I would never question your resolve, Miss Hyacinth.
Thank you, Clementine. I had a sudden thought, Lady Treby. Before I depart, can you teach me the words for returning the Coreflame?
Oh, that was very thoughtful of her.
I've always been at the Grove helping with lectures and never had the chance to come to Akama. The phrases everyone has memorized still feel unfamiliar to me. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of everyone when it's my turn to return the Coreflame.
It's easy. We can teach you right now. Let's go. We will say a line, and you repeat after us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans.
O Majesty of the 12 Titans,
Pillars of the world.
Pillars of the world,
We seek your divinity.
we seek your divinity.
To mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold. Till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Surrender the core flame, Chrysos heir.
And surrender it. Which you did not put it here yet.
Cindy, are they?
Lord Solibus, Lady Lunabis, the mission of the Skyfolk has been completed. Your watch can finally come to an end.
We thank you, Miss Hyacinth.
Even though we were the source of that false legend, you still brought us freedom.
Please, don't say that. Without your wings, we would have struggled to progress in the Eye of Twilight. Akuma is on the brink. And I must quickly embrace the role of demigod to protect everyone with the power of the sky. Honored ones, please tell me, what trials lie ahead for me to complete?
I think you've already done everything you were meant to, Miss Hyacinth. What do you think, Seliosi? The Sky Folk.
Lady Seliosi? I see. After all these long years, your will has merged with the Titan's divinity.
I deeply regret. I beg for forgiveness. The darkness in the human heart clouded my judgment. I failed to recognize the resilience buried deep within.
Of those present that day, I don't know how many were innocent, how many truly deserved their fate. That's why I cannot forgive you on their behalf, Lady Seliosi. The spirits of my ancestors resonated with me. You exiled our people, and they may never forgive you for that. But at least there is one thing we can agree on. The truth that no one can distort. The courage it took to defy the gods was undeniable, unwavering. That same spirit now lives on in those who walk the flame-chased journey, growing stronger with every step.
You were the spark that set this era in motion, Seliosi.
An age where heroes rise and epic stories are told far and wide. An age where a flame of hope was preserved for the world.
Perhaps this is what I longed for. Now, I can finally rest in peace.
Even in that darkest moment, Lady Seliosi, you still held compassion for mortals, didn't you? Even with the Titan's power, you didn't punish the world by letting the sky fall. I imagine you were waiting for someone to bring redemption. Trust me with the power of the sky. I am merely a healer. I could never match your strength, even with that power. Thankfully, the world no longer needs a demigod who can summon thunder and storms. What I must do is merge with the sky and cast down a gentle rainbow, protecting as many lives as I can. Professor Nexa, do you remember that lesson? In the end, I followed the path of my ancestors, returning to the sky. I didn't return to the earth to walk with the people, but even so, I still achieved my dream.
Hyacinthia. Thank you.
The sky's burning.
Akuma's dawn has come to an end. Why is this happening?
Was this not predicted in the prophecy?
Treeby would have made sure to warn us if there were any mention of it. Even if Hyacinth takes the divine authority of the sky, she probably won't be able to banish this darkness. The Black Tide. Its power probably surpasses even that of the Titans. All we can do is hope she can protect as many lives as possible.
Is this the end for Akuma?
Don't give up. We're the ones leading this journey, so we can't afford to lose our way.
Can I expect this always part of our journey? We'll stay with Rockima until the end, no matter what. Oh there. Do you see it? The broken structures looks like they've turned transparent.
I've never seen anything like this before. Could the Black Tide be the cause? There are too many things we don't understand, and we don't have time to figure out. We can't delay any longer. Let's head down. Hopefully Kefali's Coreflame is still safe. I'm confident that Miss Cypher will do everything in her power to fulfill her duty.
She did.
The transport platform's route is blocked by rubble. Partner, help buy us some time. Good job. Now we can get off the mountain.
Let's see how this will end.
A Black Tide creature. At Dawn Cloud. Oh no. The people in the city. We must find out where they've reached the city from. Tribby, please hold on till we get back.
Don't tell me we will be losing Tribby too. We'll be like down like all of the demigods besides Mighty and Finon by then. Ooh. Regarding creation, if I need to explain something to you, my distinguished quest. Did Orniclad the Dromids visit Lady Aglaia recently and gave instructions before leaving? Typical of him. Yes, I was giving unsolicited advice. Really? So tell Merit. Your minds are too clouded to see the answer before your eyes. Experiments remain endless. Let me channel the Time Titan's power into the golden threads behind the Nymph's limb, and it can be recalled back anywhere, anytime. It is a lymph you touch here before it works. From now on, once you touch the same lymph, you'll just check for it again. You can recall him through me. Come here when needed. Okay. Modern music doesn't look very done,
Who dares stand in our way will get a taste of Dawnmaker's edge.
Bring forth the gleam of old flames.
I'm just preparing me for the sake of preparing it, I guess.
Seek, and you will find.
Over there! Kefali's Coreflame is being kept in the center of the council. We must retrieve it and bring it back to the Vortex of Genesis.
I mean...
Right. Worst case scenario, we need to be prepared to return Kefali's Coreflame. If the end is indeed upon us, we no longer have time to investigate the truth behind the miracle. We'll have to trust that Professor Anax's hypothesis is the only option. Apologies, Aglaia. I promised you that I would leave the choice of Era Nova to the people of Amphorians. But I'm afraid there's no room for doubts now.
We see how this will turn out.
Her will to heal the world is so strong. We'll definitely sense it if she's succeeded.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Oh, Skyfather Kefali, please forgive these ignorant and lowly children of humanity. They are so utterly naive. that they think of the golden-blooded heretics as deliverers.
Come on, Canis.
This blood-red sky, and the raging flames and demons throughout the land will purge their foolishness.
Kindness.
Lord Deliverer, why don't you join me in praying to the benevolent Kefali? Cast your eyes on this ravaged land. All of this, sins committed by you, blasphemous heretics.
She looks like she got as curious. Yep, she does. We don't waste our time on a pitiful mad woman.
Danhang is right. My sword yearns to end your pathetic life. But to a cornered dog like you, the most deserving punishment is to personally witness the Chrysos heirs fulfill their mission. Only then will you truly know how meaningless and foolish your past transgressions were.
Fulfill your mission. Kefali's Coreflame is long lost to the winds. How will you fulfill the prophecy?
Lost to the wind?
She's gone completely mad. To the point where she's just spewing nonsense. For the longest time, Kefali's Coreflame has been worshipped here. Only core members of the Council of Elders know how to activate the Coreflame casket.
Are we gonna find a core member now?
No. There's no need for such trouble. Professor Anaxa taught me more than just what was in the textbooks.
Oh.
During his time at Dawn Cloud, Professor Anaxa conducted surveys in various areas. I still remember the words he used. I hope it works. All-knowing Father who bears the world, please share a glimpse of your merciful gaze with me. Cast down the Titan's fire that hangs at the pinnacle of the world, for your devout creations to behold. It worked. One step left to undo its arcane seal. Partner, I may require your strength again.
Also, these blocks remind me of the ones you find in Fontaine in Genshin, actually. Now that I think about it. Coreflame casket and arcane seal. The Coreflame casket is used to contain important items. When activity keywords will appear on the exterior of the Coreflame casket and activate the corresponding number of key fragments. Key fragments will continuously rotate at a fixed pace. At the same time, a projection will be generated over the keyhole. Use Onyx's power to rewind the fragment and alter the projection. Projection of the keyhole is green, the projection is correct. The projection outside the keyhole is wrong, should consider to be redundant. When the projection and keyhole are perfectly overlapped, the keyhole will be unlocked. When all keyholes have been unlocked, the Coreflame castle will open up. And some character techniques can trigger time stop, such as to replace this path of remembrance or other. That can simplify the unlocking process.
Take the Coreflame and let's hurry down the mountain.
Why is she...
Danhang.
Okay.
Can you use the spirit water art again?
I used all of my spirit water abroad, and just now, after we left the I've tried it, I felt was euphorious, severing the connections with me.
Is this also a result of the Black Tide? Looks like all we can do is sprint down the mountain.
You all thought I completely lost my mind. If the Coreflame was never tampered with and has always remained here untouched, you all think I wouldn't have the power to take it away?
Oh, really? She has it? Oh, looks like it's the end of life
Calm
for
down
us.
and think carefully.
I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
There's no need to worry about the Coreflame's whereabouts. Let's just descend the mountain.
No need to worry, but
Cypher did what she was told to do.
Before setting off to defeat Aquila, I entrusted Miss Cypher with the task of protecting Kefali's Coreflame while we were gone. By any means necessary. If the Coreflame isn't here, that means she must have done something to it. In other words, she fulfilled her duty using her own means. We just have to focus on getting to the Vortex of Genesis, and Cypher will meet us there for sure.
Trust her that much? But if she wasn't successful?
Friends, we have no choice other than to trust her.
Kind of right about that.
If the nearest ritual basin is 10,000 paces away, then what we have to do is to run in that direction and hope she meets us after 1,000 paces. If she doesn't show up, we will keep going and trust that we will see her at 2,000 paces. 3, 4, 5,000. I will keep hoping with the same resolve all the way until she shows up in front of us with her usual rebellious attitude.
I understand. At least to this day, I don't recall any crisis here failing the mission for the Flame Chase journey.
She will be no exception. But before that, we must survive and break through this siege.
Of course, partner.
Again? Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
found me.
I have it under control. Insanity. To the soul.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Don't fight. Come to me. Be of your body and mine. You can't run. Our cute play. With enough believers, lives become reality. Gotcha.
Something out of nothing.
Another journey begins.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Destined for oblivion. A little gray's too much for...
Something out of nothing. Insanity.
Found me.
To the soul.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Amateur. May the
Gotta
foul
be.
stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth. You can't run.
What's the matter? Insanity. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
He really is charging Agron's ornaments so fast, Jesus.
Still water.
I've...
Oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Jesus. Next time really is just echo a better way.
It's done. Let's go. We...
Bye, none. A fate well deserved.
Perhaps. But as a cleaner, she was willing to absorb a millennium of identities and memories for an objective that hasn't changed in that time. I suppose this is also a form of extreme but twisted resilience. Let's go. It's time to leave this place.
Everyone, can we run faster?
actually quite confident that I would touch her up. I'm actually quite confident in that.
Everyone! Look! Behind us!
The Flame Reaver.
In the end, they still showed up.
It was not a time for a fight.
I agree. I've been waiting for a chance to face them head on. But not now. If we take the fight here, then lose, the consequences would be irreversible. Come on. We have to get out of here. Keep running, and never turn back.
We've been running this entire time.
Stream force.
Oh,
They will catch up to us sooner or later. Keep running. Don't stop.
It's him! Lord Finan! Perhaps there's more than one right answer.
How did I?
Dusk has descended as ordained.
Clones, illusions. Nothing but cheap tricks to help you hide in the shadows.
The sky has returned to its rightful place. This world must be reset.
What are they talking about?
The end you seek is also the miracle of Genesis. If so, you should be standing alongside the Chrysos heirs. Why do you hinder us, Flame Reaver?
Dusk has descended as ordained. Must reset.
Did he repeating themselves like that?
If words won't work, then we can only express our resolve with our blades. We shoulder the fates and futures of too many people. We will not fall here!
Thank you, Mighty.
Leave this to Casters and me.
Over here!
Go!
That was really close.
It's too early to relax. The Flame Reaver is a master in the art of deceit. Even Mighty may not be able to restrain them. I never thought I would leave him alone on the battlefield twice. But now isn't the time to be thinking about this.
True. Two didn't follow us. Does she intend to stay above to help Mighty? Tamamo, can you still run?
Protect us! Skyfather, save us!
Someone's coming for help over there.
The black tide creatures are threatening the people. We can't just stand by and watch. Let's end this quickly.
Oh, this is
Rainbow barrier.
that is Hyacinth's doing.
Don't fight so I can leave early. I'll take it off. Made the foul stench dissipate. Quick time to cleanse the filth. Found me. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Something out of insanity.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again. Our cute play session is over.
With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha. Immerse
Brace yourself and be up your body and mind. You can't run!
Again? Something out of nothing. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion.
Everyone, you're all safe. For now.
Thank you, Lord Finan.
It is someone else who deserves your thanks. Those black-tide creatures just now couldn't breach this barrier. This energy feels familiar. Like the luminous arts that Hyacinth uses to treat people. But it is much more powerful.
Looks like she did it.
Yeah. Citizens! My companions and I can't stay long. Before reinforcements arrive, please do not step out of this barrier. This is a miracle left by the demigod Hyacinth. Please trust her conviction.
Miss Hyacinth has also become a demigod, like Lady Aglaya. We understand. We will not leave her protection until you return, Lord Finan.
I won't make empty promises. I might not be able to return in the near future. But even if there's no perfect solution, I will make a choice that fulfills this mission.
Alright then.
The people in the market must also be... Cortonis! Quick! Let's go check on him! Cortonis! Hang in there!
Returned, Finan. Burning the holy city is... To resist, I did all I could.
You shouldn't be on the front line at your age, Grand Craftsman. Where are the citizens? What's the situation at Marmorial Market?
Organizing their escape. The holy city guards are... But where to flee to, no one knows. Descended from the sky, the rainbow barrier did. Protected people. But alleviated the fear it could not.
I fear this is Amphorius' end, Cartonis. There is only one way to save our home.
Finally come true. The Sky Father's prophecy. Go. For miracle. Deliverer. You shall become. One more thing. There is. Waiting at the vortex of Genesis. Lady Trinan is. Kephal's Coreflame is safe, she said.
Trinan.
Great creatures. Prepare for battle.
Urgent. The situation is... Leave them to me. The monsters.
Right.
Died. I should have kept me here. The power of the rainbow light did. But if destined, inescapable death is, why not leave behind some glory?
Spoken like a true grim no one.
You've been forging nothing but glory your entire life, old friend. For others, and for yourself. May you never see the slightest glimpse of war in the New World. Farewell, Grand Craftsman. Let us depart. To the Chrysos Airspaths.
For battle, These hands were not meant but if to protect the holy city's future. They are needed to the final moment. I will fight!
Cartonis said that Trinan had news of the Coreflame. As expected, Miss Cipher did not fail her mission.
Continue to float the more palace. Already added. Criteria birth, not is all in here. The truth instructions are here too.
These buildings, I can feel it. Their memories are dissipating.
Like tide is eroding the memories, or what?
I'm not sure. In any case, none of this feels right. The textures of memories are preserved within all things in Amphorius. Even a single brick or tile holds countless traces of the past.
There are no citizens trapped here, nor any signs of black tide creatures. We have no reason to linger here. Let's head downstairs. The bath chamber isn't far away.
Let's go down. However, there's a conveying sorrow and despair in ways I can barely comprehend. I'm getting a vague sense of foreboding here.
What caught up to us? Don't tell me that Mighty...
Can you feed him head on? Oh. If I don't take time to the water after this, I will stay here and hold him off.
Danhang, you...
And I said fine on. Still short the mission of the era Nova. We don't know if the Flame Reavers any clones up ahead, so I'll also stay close to Final and keep him safe. Amphorius often speak of destiny. The destiny of the Trailblaze is to bind the life and death of every world to our own existence. No one in the crew is still waiting for a return. I don't intend to say goodbye forever to anyone. Don't worry, I'll do everything in my power to survive.
Running out. Everything will be reset.
Go.
You better keep your word, Danhang. You cannot die here.
There it is, flowing water can harness its power to purge the filth. Bye, Bedolune!
This power, unfamiliar. Who are you?
Even if I were just a passing traveler, I would not hesitate to lay down my life and protect the unfamiliar world beneath my feet. It's a destined court that the Trailblaze cannot escape. I am nameless, and what I am going to do is to defend all the hopes that are on the verge of fading away. Strong words.
Lord Finan. Finally, you're all back.
Even in such desperate times, you still managed to keep your promise to me. I am grateful beyond words.
Finon, what is this?
The Flame Reaver is wreaking havoc in the city, and they still have many clones. Zeph, please get someone to inform Kratos, and have him lead the most elite guards to defend the city's passages, until I complete the Coreflame ritual. Please, do everything you can to rescue the citizens in the city.
Understood, Lord Finan.
Nemazity, several citizens are trapped in the Garden of Life, and are temporarily seeking refuge under Hyacinth's barrier. Can you dispatch someone to evacuate them? Though, I also don't know where to shelter them.
Leave this to us, Lord Finan. Just focus on your own mission.
All right. As for the two Trailblazers, I'll also leave them to you.
What was going on?
My apologies, partner. I acted on my own this time. I prepared for the worst before the fight against Aquila. Even if there came a day when Akuma was taken by the Black Tide, as long as we defeated Aquila, lifting the sky's curse, you and Don Hung would at least have a chance to get home safely. Yes, I knew you'd object.
You ready to your enemy plans?
I didn't inform you beforehand. My apologies. I know this is hard to accept, but even if it means being resented for the rest of my life, I still have to be responsible for you. Friend, you and Don Hung taught me the spirit of trailblazing. The best decision I ever made in my life was when I followed my intuition and chose to trust you. Don Hung told me many stories about the adventures of the Nameless. Two of them left a deep impression on me, Belobog and Penacony. The first story taught me that the fate of a world should be in the hands of its people. And even if the Nameless are willing to risk everything for an unfamiliar world, in the end, you still have to embark on a new journey and go to the next world that needs saving. Because that's your mission. The path you follow. In the second story, Don Hung told me about the few Nameless who sacrificed their lives for the prison world. I know very well that the two of you are willing to make the same choice for Amphorius. After hearing those stories, I made up my mind. I won't let your journey end here. Somewhere beyond the sky, where Amphorians have never reached, there are many people waiting for you to come home. The prophecy has always remained shrouded in ambiguity. Even if the 12th Coreflame is returned, no one knows how the Era Nova will manifest, let alone if the miracle will extend its favor to two visitors from beyond the sky. Before stepping into a fate unknown, the last thing I can do is help you return to your family.
Maybe we can know the prophecy. We can go back now.
Please, don't worry. Lord Finan has already entrusted Elder Lygus to fix your transport. Lady Trinan's Sentry Gate is open on the main street outside Akuma's walls.
I'm sorry for making such an unreasonable request of you all. But we live in an imperfect age, where there is never a perfect choice.
I have the right to lose the end of this trial, please.
Every one of us has the right to make our own choices. If you can't accept my decision on your behalf, then use your choice to open up a new path. That's what you're best at, right?
Exactly.
Regardless, Don Hung is still holding on for his life. Don't keep him waiting too long. One day I hope we will reunite under the constellations. When that time comes, we can hold a belated victory feast. How about that? The spirit water has dried up. Blast. Why is nothing going right? Calm down. There might be another way in. The closest ritual basin, the other Chrysospheres.
Snowy.
Trinan, I thought you'd be waiting at the Vortex of Genesis. Are you alright?
When Akuma's night descended, all the spirit water dried up along with it. We anticipated that you'd be on edge, so we came ahead to wait for you.
You've always been the ones who knew me best. Kevali's Coreflame. You know where it is?
Yes. Little Syphie protected the Coreflame well. No one would be able to guess where she stashed it. Bartolos, you can come on out.
The letter.
I don't have to pretend to be an envelope anymore! That was suffocating.
Bartolos? What in the world?
Hey, you better watch your tone, brat. That Coreflame that the entire world is after.
And Zyra knew that this would happen when she once she sacrifices herself, since her lie would be like evaporated. So that's why when the night falls. Zyra, you planned this way more ahead than Finon did.
Is currently nestled in the depths of my bottomless tummy.
This certainly was unexpected.
Huh? Your reaction's too composed. It's completely different from what I was anticipating. Bartolos, Snowy still doesn't know the truth behind Akuma's eternal daylight. Ah, you're right. Well, then you'd better strap in and listen up, brat. That girl Cyphera spun a grand lie that deceived all of Amphorius. She tricked all of you into believing that giant ball on Kefali's back would cast light over Akuma forever. Not just that. She even managed to pull that dumb ascension trial and allowed me, the great Zagreus, to survive! Hey, rat! You... still no reaction from you? Dang it. You're no fun at all. I'm sorely disappointed.
So for the last 1,000 years, what maintained Akuma's eternal daylight was not Kefali's miracle, but Cypher's lie, woven using the divine authority of trickery. But now, the lie has come undone. Which means...
I didn't guess wrong. Cyphera has already passed, and all her lies have scattered to the winds like ash.
But you just said you, Zagreus, relied on Cypher's lie to keep living. If she is already...
Guess you're not as smart as I thought, Pat. Don't forget, I'm one of the 12 Titans of Amphorius. And this Coreflame in my belly, is it not the core that maintains a Titan's life and divinity?
So you're going to hand the Coreflame over to us? Just like that?
Just so. How about it? Let's hear some groveling gratitude, then.
Don't push it, Zagreus.
Why? In the myths, Zagreus was the most cowardly and shameful of the Titans.
Hey, stop slandering me with those fabricated tales. My pursuits are far greater than one measly life. Let me tell you then, my lifelong ambition was to work with Cypher to conjure the greatest trick in the world. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities, and no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. But with an exquisitely brilliant scheme, we fooled all the fools, villains, and disasters of this world, and achieved that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Well played, I guess.
This is the miracle I wish to achieve in my life's pursuit, even at the cost of turning into this! Take the Coreflame with you, brat. Go finish your mission. Remember this well. What saved Amphorius wasn't the grace of that simpleton Kefali, nor was it the babbling of that child Oryx. It was the divine power of me, scorned by all, and the millennium-long lie of a cat-eared thief.
Kind of fitting, actually. Take out the Coreflame belonging to Cavalry. The divine body reduced to the form of a spirit fiend disappears in the dust. The rain laughter fades away with the wind.
Strife, death, trickery. So those signs deemed as harbingers of calamity will also leave behind marks in the tale of deliverance.
Dude, they're actually the ones who are the last line of defense with Mighty and Cragnatsune Is and Zacharias and Sephora.
With this, the final Coreflame can be returned to its rightful place. The spirit water in the holy city has all dried up. We can try to break the sealing magic of Fagusa's priests and use the Century Gate to send you into the vortex of Genesis. But that will likely exhaust any remaining power of Yanis that we have.
That's to be expected.
After that, the rest is up to you, Snowy.
Farewells. I've almost grown numb to them at this point. Right now, I can't even utter a plain goodbye.
Snowy.
Don't worry, Trina. I'm no longer the empty shell that Aglaya brought back to Akuma. For every companion who couldn't reach the end, their conviction to save the world became a part of me, piecing together the soul I once lost. I lost my home village, but you, Aglaya, and everyone else created a second home for me. Now that this home is also in danger, it is my turn to repay your kindness and create, I hope that in that new world, a new sun will rise, bringing one dawn after another to all.
Snowy, you've grown into the person Aggie always dreamed of. Indeed, we don't need to say goodbye here, because even without the prophecy, we have the confidence to say you will become that rising sun, and all of us will see each other again tomorrow. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is destiny.
Become the dawn. Deliver.
Herda. This is literally her time to appear now.
Burning skies, shattered statues, corpses strewn everywhere. What a mess. If this is what the inside of Amphorius looks like, it's truly shocking.
Also, I'm just noticing this detail of the clock. I think I actually brought it up once before. But with the clock being of that picture where they are like melting.
To be honest, I was initially skeptical. But right now, I'm starting to see your point. Screwy.
If that's the case, Herta, do you now have enough reason to believe my conjecture about the true nature of Amphorius?
Let's not expand on that topic just yet. That Intellitron, or Lygus, was it? He's not completely dead. That was probably a fake body. Something
Wait, did they try to kill him?
is still defying us.
Did they still actually fall like us and try to kill him? Okay.
I must admit, even if both of us worked together, it wouldn't be a simple task piercing through its defenses. For now, we can only observe this world as bystanders.
I knew we should have brought Steven along. No wonder the Garden of Recollection wants to work with the Astral Express. Without the power of the Trailblaze, it'd be impossible to unearth this place's secrets. But in the end, the garden emerged unscathed, and it was the Nameless who got burnt. Curiosity definitely killed Aki. That big guy over there, the black ball spewing meteors, you think it's got anything to do with the Lord Ravager?
Ooh.
Alas, without sufficient computational power in the stream projection, I am unable to analyze the path energy. Suggestion. The immediate priority now is to find the whereabouts of the two Nameless. Research priority on the destruction can be lowered. Every second counts, before the Intellitron's preventative measures kick in.
All right. Stop making a fuss. How many times have we collaborated, and when did it ever not end in a perfect outcome? Why not add another mission objective while we're at it? The card-playing memo keeper told me that the frozen Trailblazer girl might just also be trapped inside Emporius.
Wait, what? Huh?
If time allows, I will also investigate March 7th's whereabouts. Herta, do you hear that? A wave of desperate cries from the heart of the mountain city. The lives there are undergoing intense suffering. Conclusion. The butterfly has already flapped its wings, and an impending storm closes in. The Nameless are important allies, and you and I have matters to attend to, Herta. I beseech you. In moments when a choice needs to be made, one must not be distracted due to personal interests.
Of course I know that. Fate really is a game of dice, Screwy. Who'd have thought that thing once sowed chaos across the cosmos, causing the Intelligentsia Guild to splinter and disintegrate? It wasn't until I cracked the solitary waves theory that its lingering effects were put to an end. Yet, in a forgotten corner of the cosmos, one slipped through the net and remained operational. And it was this machine that eventually became the cradle for the birth of a certain Lord Ravager.
Huh.
The source of Emporius' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
Oh. Wait, why is this name redacted?
This is what the world looked like originally.
And what are you doing here? Answer my question, Lycus.
Ah, another hero has arrived at the Vortex. I can no longer remember how many times this has happened. The author of each epic, as the prophecy has foretold, stays their pen at this point. Just like each cycle of the extrapolation, in accordance to their primordial design, ends here. No need to panic, Lord Finearm. I stepped into this space purely for one purpose. To witness the prophecy's miracle of Genesis.
You've never expressed interest in the Flame Chase journey. When my companions and I ran, bled, and sacrificed for the Coreflames, you never so much as lifted a finger. An indifferent observer. An anti-Catheran who's neutral till the end. Why would you suddenly express concern for the Chrysos Heir's mission?
Because I always had concern for it. And just part of its scheme.
When that lone swordmaster left everything behind, plunging into a sea of madness, I was on the shore, listening. When that mighty lord shed his armor, filling the crevices of the earth with his iron bones, I was on the mountaintop, gazing down. Across 1,000 years of the Flame Chase journey, I have witnessed the ardor, resolve, division, and unity of the Chrysos heirs with mine own eyes. Just as you were all born to shoulder the guidance of the prophecy, I too have bathed in the gaze of distant stars, have seen the deepest, darkest of destinies. I will become the most loyal reader of the epics, a spectator voraciously consuming the valorous deeds of you heroes.
The gaze of distant stars?
One day you will understand, but not now. At this moment, please disregard this observer and finish what you must, Lord Finon.
I once believed that as long as I chased the flames relentlessly, the fog before me would clear, and fate would reveal its truest form. But along the way, they, all who passed, never once received the justice promised by the prophecy.
I have perceived. Outside the vortex, the world is collapsing, and the children of humanity are crying. But you, Lord Finon, will bury the old world with that Coreflame, bringing all things into a gray unknown.
It doesn't matter. This cruel flame chase journey has made me abandon my fantasies. The future is not a paradise with a gentle west wind waiting for us to step in. If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos, I will tear it apart. Then usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Yet this time, will an epic with endless cycles?
Is it you?
Turn a new page?
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Literally lose their face.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
And I'm guessing she is March 7th who has been tracked into this. I have one certain guess that she's been cast out of Emphorius for whatever reason, which I don't know yet. And by coming back close into proximity, brought herself back in as Serene. And she probably was Serene before, and probably was a man. And with her being in the Elysia face climb and seeing what crucial role Elysia had for Honkai Impact Third, and having March 7th the entire time from the start of the game, And seeing her arc resolve into this. This is only but one theory for now. But one which seems quite likely. Where does he write in his message? If it was my mouse standing here, he would be wiser and more capable than me, right? After Claire departed, these words wouldn't stop echoing in my head. Or something I couldn't escape from, and also something absolutely refused to utter. How could I be worthy of my comrades and Isla's trust? What right have I to stand upon her shoulders and guide others? These questions remain unanswered, but there is no time for doubt. The first enemy, the Dawnmaker, must vanquish the hesitation and sorrow that have shadowed me thus far. That's why I resolved to aid you during your return, even if it's incomprehensible, even if it means I must impose my will on you. I have to see it done, because the promise of the Era Nova is unclear. To you, who came from beyond Emphorius, its influence cannot be predicted. After cleanse my doubt, I find it is the right decision, born from the depths of my heart. The prophecy claimed that only one person can reach the fine end of the Era Nova. Please forgive me for stealing your chance to witness the miracle. My friend, is because of the prophecies made by Lady Treby that the crisis heirs made it to today. And so, even if we must face the scenes from the promised age, I cannot risk bringing you with me. Thinking back, maybe the only thing I did right in this life is choosing to trust you and becoming friends with you all. I faintly fear that, perhaps, the greatest miracle of Emphorius isn't so much the secrets hidden within the vortex of Genesis, but rather the instant you and Unhung descended from the sky. You're the hero of my heart, Tamamo. If the next life comes to pass, no matter what I become, I'll make sure the world remembers the miracle of the Trailblaze. But, I mean, if you don't approve of my solitary decision, and plans to create a new path of myself toward a future that no one could imagine, because I always find a way to break the worlds. Right? Oh, we will. Oh, I do hope we will. It would be very nice if we did. Does he fly? I just want to be so step this. Good. Let's finish up with the Nameless Week collections and end this part for now. And the train car that entered forest is still out of contact. My son's condition also seems to be getting worse. The world is doomed! You actually got safe before it's doomed. Okay, we can reach it, but they can't get us. What's that right on your end, Wild? Things are going well so far. Heard invited Screwdom to assist us, and we had a detailed chat in the seclusion zone. Both geniuses contributed with their knowledge. We are now closer to clearing up the mystery surrounding Forest. Oh, there's a lot of allocated information. It's hard to explain everything in a text message. I will send you the meeting notes as a video right now. Understood? Can't watch it if I go to the space station.